Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a word that gets thrown around all the time, professionalism. We hear it constantly, but what does it really mean? Well, we're going to demystify it and give you a practical blueprint that you can start using right away.
So let's just start there. What does being professional actually mean? Is it just about what you wear, the way you sign an email? The real answer is, it's a whole mix of behaviors, values, and skills. And it's all about building trust and showing that you know your stuff.
And to break it all down, we've got a fantastic roadmap for this explainer. Think of it like we're building a house, creating your personal blueprint. First, we'll get past the buzzword. Then we'll lay the foundation with key pillars and values. After that, we'll put up the framework with pro communication skills, fill it in with 10 daily habits, and finally, put it all together.
All right, let's get to it. Part 1, defining our terms. Before you can build anything, you got to know exactly what materials you're working with, right?
So if we look at the official definition, it really boils down to two key things: competence and standards. In plain English, it means, can you actually do the job you were hired for, and do you follow the rules while you're doing it? That's our starting point.
But a dictionary definition only gets you so far. At its absolute heart, professionalism is about one thing: respect. Respect for yourself, respect for the people around you, and a deep respect for the work you're all doing together. Okay, so keeping that idea of respect in mind, let's move on to our foundation, Section 2, the core principles. I want you to think of these as the invisible support beams that hold up your entire professional reputation. This is the why behind everything you do.
And that whole foundation, it rests firmly on 4 essential pillars.
These are the big ones, the non-negotiables that everything else is built on. We've got altruism, which is really about caring for others. Integrity, doing the right thing even when no one's looking. Responsibility, which is just owning your work. And there it is again, respect. See how central that is?
Now, on top of those pillars, we're going to build with 7 core values. These values are like your internal compass, guiding your actions every day. And yeah, you're going to see some overlap here, which really just shows you how connected all this stuff is. We've got accountability, altruism, compassion, a drive for excellence, integrity, a sense of professional duty, and even a bigger social responsibility.
Okay, so our foundation is poured and set. Now let's talk about maybe the most visible part of our blueprint, communication, right? How we talk, how we write, how we listen. That's often the main way people decide if we're professional or not. And there's a brilliant, simple framework for this. The 5 C's. Seriously, before you hit send on another email or jump on a call, just run through this checklist in your head. Is my message clear? Is it concise? Is it factually correct? Am I being courteous? And is my tone consistent? If you can nail these 5, you will level up every single interaction.
So let's get super practical. Section 4 is all about turning these ideas into action with 10 daily habits. This is where the blueprint stops being lines on a page and becomes a real, solid structure you live in every day. First up, a neat appearance. It just signals you're organized and you respect the situation. A proper demeanor, and this counts online just as much as in person. Being reliable. Oh, man, this one is huge. It's just doing what you say you're going to do. Then, being a skilled communicator, and of course, being competent.
And I want to pause on that last one because this is so important. There's a huge difference between confidence and attitude. See, competence shows up as real competence. It comes from expertise, it's open to learning, and it loves to collaborate. And attitude? That's all ego. It's closed-minded and tends to dismiss other people. True pros always aim for confidence, never attitude.
All right, continuing our list. Good phone etiquette. Yep, still matters. Being poised, which means keeping your cool, especially when things get stressful. Being ethical, that's a cornerstone. Being organized, which helps you and everyone around you avoid chaos. And last but not least, being accountable. Owning your actions, especially your mistakes, is probably the fastest way to build trust.
And that brings us to the grand finale, putting it all together. We've gone from these big, abstract ideas down to concrete daily habits. Now, it's time to assemble your personal blueprint for success.
And here it is. This is the whole thing. The pillars and values we talked about, that's your unshakable foundation. And those 10 habits, those are the daily actions, the bricks you lay every single day to build your reputation. It all works together.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Take a look at those 10 habits again. You don't have to tackle all of them at once. So, just ask yourself, which single habit can you focus on starting tomorrow to actively start building your own professional blueprint?